And we've had some brutal winters lately in the Northeast, and it's putting the pressure on a classic seafood staple, the lobster. Maine is the largest lobster producing state in the country, but their output has declined for the fourth straight year now, according to fishing regulators. So let's check in with Fox's Kailey Schuyler, who's doing some tasting up in Portland, Maine. Kailey, what's been going on?
Hi, Bain. So this winter, lobstermen took less than half the amount of trips they typically would because of the brutal conditions up here. And get this, sometimes the water is even too cold for the lobsters.
It started in December, and in December you usually get to fish a lot of days, and we didn't get to fish. I don't know if we got to fish half as many days as usual or not.
Greg Turner has been working on a boat since he was a kid.
If it's 0 out and it's blowing 25, you can't go because it's just, if something happened, you'd be done. You'd die out there probably.
According to the Maine Department of Marine Resources, Maine lobster harvesters took over 21,000 fewer trips in 2025 than in 2024. They landed over 78 million pounds of lobster, but that was the lowest catch since 2008. And the cold winter doesn't just mean fewer trips for the fishermen, it also means fewer lobsters wanting to take their bait.
It makes the lobsters slow down and stop crawling quicker because when it gets cold, they don't want to eat.
The supply is down again. Some of that water temperature is really playing into things.
Alexa Dayton with the Maine Center for Coastal Fisheries is currently running a cost survey on a few hundred Maine lobstermen.
They ideally want to be out, 15 days in a month. This year they're down to about 5 days.
Dayton says there are a lot of people who want to keep fishing, and she's trying to figure out how they can keep doing it.
This is 80% dependent on fishing for many of these coastal communities, or at least that's what our survey shows. And it trickles right down to what happens at the grocery store.
In 2025, lobstermen made around $5.85 per pound, which is actually the third highest price ever recorded. But with rising maintenance and bait costs, the profit margin is becoming pretty slim. And the latest kicker is the cost of diesel that they're having to put in their boats. So really, Bain, what all of this means is that when you're wanting to get a lobster roll or some lobster pasta this summer, you might be paying a little bit more for it.
Ah, Kailey, I hate to hear that. I hate to hear it. These temperatures have been brutal for everybody, especially the lobsters too. And I'm curious because we are starting to get, again, another nice wave of cooler weather moving into parts of Maine. How's everything feeling out there? I mean, obviously folks they're used to this cold, but, especially with the business and the economy that's been going on, especially with one of their main sources, lobsters, how has the community been feeling about this?
Yeah, so just talking about the weather, I mean, today is certainly better than yesterday. Yesterday there actually were some flurries falling, but today we had the sun out. It was just a little bit chilly this morning. But, these guys are tough. Even when we're talking about the temperatures, Greg, who I was talking to, he's like, we're not talking about low 30s. We're talking about 0 degrees with the wind chill being at negative 25. So all of these people here are used to it. It comes with the territory of living in Maine. But of course, I think everyone likes a little bit of summer as well. So I'm sure that'll be a warm welcome when it finally comes.
Yeah, they're definitely tough in Maine, that's for sure. Kailey, thank you so much for that report. Fox News Multimedia Reporter Kailey Schuyler, thank you.